Hey everybody, Jeremy here. So this video looks a little bit different, and that's because I'm recording this on my laptop's web camera. Now, web cameras have become really popular and crucial these days because a lot of people are working from home, but we still need to keep in touch with our coworkers, still need to have meetings, and even just connecting with friends and family, still maintaining that sense of togetherness, even though a lot of us are apart. And because of that high demand, it's become very difficult to find an external webcam for a normal price. It's a lot of third-party sellers jacking up the price on these things. So if you don't want to use your laptop's web camera, or maybe you don't have a laptop and you have no web camera, your options right now are very limited. So this company reached out to me and asked me if I would like to check out their web camera, and I said, yeah, sure, if it can help somebody out. So let me show it to you here. So this is the web camera. Everything looks backwards because, I'm recording this here. But this is the Bietrun professional web camera. Now, this is something that you can find on Amazon. The price is going to be around $50. So the way that this works is just simple. Plug and play USB. You don't have to do anything special. It has this little clip here that you can clip on top of your web camera or on top of your laptop, or just on whatever. But then it also has this tripod thread right there. So if you have like a little desk tripod, or maybe even a bigger tripod for, a mirrorless camera or DSLR, you can just connect this to it and it'll work just fine as well. And then it also has this hinge, so you can determine what angle you want to use when you are using it. Now, I'm going to plug this in for the rest of the video, and just so you know, the audio that you're hearing is not coming from my computer's web camera. I have a microphone right here, but for the rest of this video, I am going to be recording sound and audio on this camera, and I'm going to tell you all about it, so stick around. So now I'm recording the video and the audio on the Bietrun professional webcam. And I have the Amazon listing up in front of me so that I can tell you the specs, and then we're going to get into how it looks and all that other stuff. So they say that this is a 1080p full HD webcam at 30 frames per second, and then it also has autofocus and a 165-degree wide angle. The built-in high sensitivity optical sensor with the image automatically and enable your video streaming look more professional. Okay, so those are pretty much all the specs that you even need to hear about. But specs is one thing, but actually seeing what you're getting, that's something else. Now I can tell you right now, just looking at this, the video quality compared to my standard webcam inside of this laptop, which in my opinion is not all that good, it's very bad. It looks green. As you can see, it's very grainy. Like, it does not take in nearly as much light, and that might have to do with the compressed field of view that we're seeing here. Now, 165-degree wide angle, this does not look like 165 degrees at a wide angle. It looks very tight, and because it's very tight, that may be contributing to the lack of light that can actually get to the sensor. Don't know what aperture this lens is or anything like that. And you can also see that it's hunting for the autofocus back and forth. So I'm recording this just on the built-in Windows 10 camera app, and you can set the focus to be manual or autofocus inside of that regular app. So I can do like this and make myself completely out of focus, or I can dial it back to about right there. And now you're not going to see the hunting anymore because I set it on manual focus. But does it really matter? I mean, sound is one thing. The sound is probably not that good, but neither is the sound coming out of my standard web camera. But the video quality, in my opinion, is just not that good. The white balance is not good. The lighting has not changed. I'm using the same light. Nothing has changed in this room, just done minutes apart from the opening video, and you can just really see for yourself. Okay, so now I'm back on my laptop's web camera. I had to cut off the review at that point because the audio just got worse from there. It got to the point where you could barely hear me, but you could hear the static. And I guess that pretty much sums it up. I did not like the video quality on it. I thought that it was very bad, and the fact that the microphone just started to deteriorate very quickly, that's a deal breaker for me. It didn't start out that way. The audio started out, I think, pretty decent. I was actually kind of surprised. But then as I kept talking, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and that's just not usable in my opinion. So unfortunately, if you were thinking about getting this web camera, under normal circumstances, I would say only get something like that if you are in a pinch and you really, really, really need it. But it also has to be consistent, and it also has to work. It has to produce a video, and it has to keep the audio at least somewhat decent. But since the audio was deteriorating, it's not going to be useful for you. It doesn't really matter if people can see you, but they can't hear you, or they can't hear you well. And, it's just not good. So I'm going to have to pass on that one. But I do thank Bietrun for sending it to me so that I could check it out. But it is what it is. And that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jeremy. I'll talk to you later.